Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So before we start with the tutorial of this particular platform, I would like you to think about something for a moment. So every successful business, whether it's a startup or marketing agency, a SaaS company or a global enterprise, depends on one simple principle: reaching the right people. So that sounds obvious, right? But it's remarkable how many businesses overlook it completely. They invest in great products, beautiful websites, expensive advertisement, and sophisticated sales strategies, yet they struggle to generate consistent revenue because they are speaking to the wrong audience. You know, and so sales isn't about convincing everyone to buy from you, it's about identifying the people who already have a problem that your product or service can solve. So when you're understanding that, prospecting stops feeling like guesswork and starts becoming a structured process. So unfortunately, many professionals still spend hours every day searching through LinkedIn, old school strategy, company websites, Google searches, and countless spreadsheets, trying to identify decision makers and locate accurate contact information. It's repetitive, inefficient, and it steals time from what actually grows a business. So building relationships and closing deals, this is exactly what actually grows a business. So that's exactly where this particular tool I'm going to give you a tutorial of, A Leads, comes in. So A Leads is designed to simplify prospecting by helping you identify businesses, discover decision makers, access verified contact information, and build highly targeted lead lists, all from one particular platform. So in today's masterclass, I'm going to take you through the entire workflow exactly as I would do if I were building a fresh prospect list for a client. So we'll cover how to search intelligently, how to refine your results, how to enrich and verify contact information, and finally how to export a lead list that's already ready for outreach. So I'll show you the platform first. There's an email finder, feature over here. Then there's another feature over here for phone number finding, email verification. Of course, it's gonna cost credits, for each of the feature we're gonna use, whether we're going to find email or phone number, and then email verification. And there's process to generate people search and company search as well. I'll show you later on in the tutorial how we're gonna do that. And there's an option to search company directory, and of course there's a Chrome extension of A Leads as well. So you can see over here, just a second, I'll show you the extension. So this is the extension of A Leads. If I'm gonna switch it on, it's gonna show over here. So I have already logged in, as you can see. Okay, so yeah, so let's first thing first, let's come to the dashboard of A Leads. So here's the dashboard actually of A Leads. So as you can see, so now we are inside A Leads. So whenever you are learning a new platform, I recommend resisting the temptation to immediately start clicking random buttons. Instead, spend a minute understanding the overall structure. Okay, so yeah, so think of this dashboard as your command center for lead generation, as you can see. So I'm going to go over here to lead finder. So think of this exactly whole dashboard as your command center, okay, for lead generation. So every section exists to solve a specific problem in the prospecting process. So one area helps you search for businesses, another helps you locate decision makers, another enriches existing data, and another verifies email address. And finally, another helps you export everything into a format you can actually use for outreach. So once you understand this workflow, you will realize the platform isn't complicated at all. It's simply taking what you used to require 5 or 6 different tools and bringing everything together in one place. So today we will move through that workflow exactly as a sales professional would, from identifying the ideal customer to building a complete prospect list. So let's begin with what is arguably the most important step: defining who we are looking for. So if I just see, if I'm gonna search for prospects in, just say, United States. I'm gonna define the location first over here. Okay. And of course, I'm gonna target the decision makers. So who are those decision maker titles? These are CEO, director level people. So I'm gonna target founder and owner. Or you can target president, director as well. But here I'm targeting only the owners or the CEOs. So what I can do, I can include CEO over here. Okay. CEO. So you can see it will filter out. Okay. And then I would also see the category, which particular industry I'm targeting. So let's target computer software or similar industries like information technology and services. you know So one of the biggest mistakes people make in sales is searching too broadly. So they believe that if they contact enough people, eventually someone will respond. But that's a very wrong strategy. But that's really the most effective strategy, I tell you. Successful prospecting begins with clarity. Before searching for leads, ask yourself a few questions. Who actually benefits from my product? What industries do they operate in? So before searching for leads, ask yourself a few questions. What actually benefits from the product? What industries do they operate in? How large are their corporations? Who is responsible for making purchasing decisions? Once you answer those questions, A leads allows you to translate that thinking into precise search filters. So let's use a practical example as I've been doing over here. So I'm searching particularly in United States, and particularly I'm targeting only stakeholders, the owners, the CEO, founder, owners, and I'm targeting only small companies over here. Let's do 2 to 10 and 11 to 15, and particularly I'm targeting in software industry, information technology industry. Okay, so you can see, right? And also, if I'm gonna make a list more niche specific, so let's have a bare minimum revenue parameter as well. So as you can see, I'm targeting only those companies which have a revenue of more than $1 million. So you can see over here, right? So, within seconds, A leads generates a list of matching prospects. Now don't rush into unlocking every contact you see. So take a moment to evaluate. You can see if I'm going to click on request email, it's going to validate syntax and it showed me the email. Now let's do it for another email. I'll just show you. See, like this. Okay. And you can also request for phone number over here as well. Okay, you can see it will show you the phone number as well. Okay, so you will typically see the person's name, their role within the company, the organization they work for, the company size, location, and additional business information. This context is incredibly valuable. So imagine you are selling a HR software. A manufacturing company with 20 employees probably isn't your ideal customer, right? So, but at a technology company with 800 employees and a dedicated HR department might be. So good salespeople don't just collect contacts, they qualify opportunities. So every lead should answer one simple question. Is this someone who is genuinely likely to benefit from what I offer? So when you begin thinking this way, your outreach becomes more relevant, your conversations becomes more meaningful, and your conversation rates naturally improve. So once you have identified promising prospects, it's time to access their contact information, So as I've showed you, how to unlock one of these prospects, right? This is where A leads becomes particularly useful. So rather than relying on outdated databases or guessing someone's email address, the platform provides you, verified business contact information whenever it's available, So it's refreshing it. So let's do it for another contact, request email, request phone. You can do that. And if it's not available, it will show that it's not available. Okay, any particular email or phone number is not available. Okay. So, and why it matters, because every bounced email damages your sender reputation. So you have to cross check. So every incorrect phone number wastes your valuable time, and every incorrect contact reduces the efficiency of your outreach. So quality always beats quantity. So suppose you already have someone's LinkedIn profile or company name but don't have their email address. So instead of manually searching the internet, you can use the enrichment features within the e-leads to discover and verify the missing information. So think of enrichment as completing the missing pieces of puzzle. So you are transforming incomplete records into actionable business opportunities. So the more accurate your data, the more effective every future campaign becomes. So as you can see over here, okay, and you can also go onto the LinkedIn profile from here. See, it will redirect you to the LinkedIn profile, and similarly I'll show you for the other person. See, okay, and with the extension on, let me show you. I've switched on the extension, and let me just do it for some other person. So I have gone to the extension and I have enabled extension everywhere. See, you can see on the left side, just a second. Yeah, again. So you can see on the left side, if I'm going to click on email, it's going to show me the email. Okay, after enrichment. Same is the case with phone. So on the left side, you can use on the LinkedIn profile of any person you are targeting. And this way you can get the contact details on the LinkedIn itself. So rather than using the dashboard of A-Leads, you can use LinkedIn directly if you are using LinkedIn as your primary source of extracting leads. So now that we have built a qualified lead list, the next step is exporting it. So I'm going to click on bulk export, as you can see, and I'm going to name the lead as, let's make it more hyper niche. Let's only extract companies with 10 million plus in revenue. So I'm gonna click on bulk export, and I'm gonna leads list US. So let's click on enrich leads with emails. So for emails, it's gonna cost us 1 credit per email. For phone number, it's gonna cost us 15 credits, and leads including without emails is gonna cost us 0.5. So we can do that. So let's click on export. So I've clicked on create export, and let's click on the number of emails. So it's 759. So it's 759 emails only. Okay. So it's exporting, and by the time it's exporting, let me show the company feature over here. So you can search for a particular company as well. And on LinkedIn, as I was showing you, not just this profile, for any profile. Just let me go to this profile. So on this profile, if you click on the extension, if I'm going to click on email, it's going to show me the email of this particular LinkedIn profile. It's taking some time, I guess. Yeah, it's not found. So not always you will find the desired results. Okay, let's go to TechCrunch profile, and I'm going to show you how it's going to work. Let's click on editor profile of TechCrunch. So if I'm going to click on his email ID is not found. See, so not always it's going to work, again, as I told you. Let's click on another profile. Yeah, so this profile's email ID is found. So as you can see, okay, you can copy over here and build, paste it into your Excel sheet. Okay, and similarly, I'll show you for another profile. Let's click on, yeah, her email ID is also found. Okay, so you can build a list by copying the email from here, and again let's enrich this email ID too. Yeah, it's not found again. I told you, right? So I'll show you for a couple of more email IDs, more profiles, not found again. It happens. It's gonna happen eventually, you know. So let's click on not found again. Yeah, so again found, as you can see, right? So you can copy over it from here, and then you can paste it in the Excel sheet, and then you can do the outreach. Okay, so yeah, so I was about to show you the company outreach. So you can search for particular companies having 11 to 50 employees, as I've already tagged. I can search for 15 to 200 and so on. Okay, so you know, now that we have built a qualified list, we have already had export process started. It's going to be on my files. So you can you know, import these leads into your CRM, and so you can see it's getting it's 6% currently, and it's gonna be complete in the meantime. So lead generation is only the beginning. Your outreach, your messaging, your follow up, and the value you provide ultimately determine whether these prospects becomes customers or not. And A leads gives you the starting point. So what you build from that point depends on your sales process. So before we conclude, I would like to leave you with one important idea. Technology doesn't replace discipline, it amplifies it. A powerful tool used with a clear strategy produces average results. But the same tool But the same tool, you know, with a clear strategy produces amazing results, but the same tool without a clear strategy produces average results. You know, so don't measure your success by the number of emails you send, measure it by the quality of conversations you create. So spend time understanding your ideal customer, refine your searches, target decision makers, personalize your outreach, follow up consistently. Those simple habits repeated over time build a predictable sales pipeline, and that's ultimately the goal, not chasing random opportunities but creating a reliable system that consistently brings qualified prospects into your business. So I hope that this tutorial has been, you know, giving you not only a practical understanding of A leads but also a better way of thinking about modern prospecting. So if you found this masterclass valuable, I would really appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone in sales or business development who could benefit from it. And